Where did we stop last day?
Simultaneous equation.
Simultaneous equations. I think we have some homework, no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, let me first take the textbook. We have 14.2, 15.1, and 15.2. Is that right?
Yes, teacher.
All right, great. Ada mama list එකක් හදාගෙන all the homework that I gave. I have given last week because we asked the whole time a lot of time just to save that time. But okay, please give me a minute. As you all are very well aware, today's class will be held until 10, right? Okay, so 14.2, 15, 16, 17. Let me get the questions to the whiteboard. 15, 16, 17. Okay. First, let's do the 15th question. Calculate the loan amount if a total amount of 3,100 had to be paid in 8 months to settle the loan taken at a monthly simple interest rate of 3%. Now here, the interest rate is monthly interest rate, and that's 3%. And loan amount we don't know, but the total amount that has been paid is 3,100 within 8 months. Okay. So this is the 15th question. Nah? So if this is the total amount and we have to find the loan, okay, can you all first tell me how do we do this? How do we do this?
We find what's 3% of 3,100 and minus it from 3,100.
3% of 3,100 and we minus
We find the amount of loan, amount of the.
Then you get a different value, no? Harap balu apne same value pe kedi ke we'll see.
I mean, multiply 3% by 8, then we get 24. 24% of 3,100.
Okay, so we'll see. Now, they're asking us to find the loan amount, right? So let's take the loan amount as X. What is the final answer you got, Basma?
2,356.
3,356.
No, 2,356.
356. So, okay. So now, since they have not given us a loan using, so what we're going to do is, we are going to use some term for the loan amount. So, api loan amount ka X kilaga, right? And if the loan amount is X, what is the monthly interest? Monthly interest for 8 months. We'll see. How do we calculate this? Loan amount is X. We multiply that by 8%. එතකොට අපිට එනවා monthly interest එක. So not 8%, 3%. Apologies, 3%. Okay, Maria. So 3%. So then this is the monthly interest. Now this has been paid for 8 months. Then that would be, you multiply this by 8. So what do we get? 3 times 8 is 24. So 24x divided by 100 is the monthly interest. Okay. Then this, they're saying that a total amount of 3,100. So total amount for Kianne, whenever we are paying a loan, total amount means you have to pay the loan also, right? Loan amount also you pay, and in addition to that, the interest you pay. So that means loan amount plus we add the interest the total interest, which is 24x over 100. This is the total amount, right? So we know the numerical value of the total amount. They have given that is 3,100. That means this is equal to 3,100. So then here, balana metal denominator ka 1. So we'll find the common denominator. Multiply this by 100. Multiply this by 100. So we get common denominator 100. Here 100 times x is 100 and x. 100x plus 24x would be 124x, right? Then I have to find x. So I'm going to exchange these two. 100 over 100, so that is for me. 3,100 I will write on the right side. Now in order to find x, I'm going to move 100 to the other side, then it becomes multiplication. 124, I'm going to bring it to other side, then it becomes division. Now it's all about cutting and chopping, right? Okay, so here we can see 4 wale divide bana, right? So 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 1 is 4. Here 4 times 25 is 100, right? Then here 31 times 1 is 31. Metana 31 times 1 is 31. Here 0, 0. That means x is 25 times 100, that is 2,500. Now this is the loan amount. So the key is here. So I was not expecting you to get this right, of course, right? Because some of these questions are a little complicated. I just wanted y'all to try and attempt. Once you attempt and try your very best, you get a very good experience in doing the question. Then later on, we can see what you did wrong. Okay, good. That's also good. It's okay. Because now that is the whole point of coming to the class, because we're learning, right? So, so when it's a little confusing, especially they have not given the loan amount, that's why I took the loan amount as X, right? And did the rest of the calculation like this. Is this clear to all of you, Lamai? Give me a thumbs up, please. All right. I'll give you 1 minute for recorrections. Make it fast. If you have longer recorrections, you can either refer to the whiteboard note or you can take a screenshot. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. 16th question. The class is recording, no? I'll do the 16th question here. Okay. A person takes a loan on annual simple interest, right? Annual simple interest promising to settle the loan in 2 years by paying 5,000 rupees. ඒ කියන්නේ යා මේක settle කරනවා within 2 years by paying 5,000 rupees. Okay. However, he was only able to settle the loan in 5 years, at which time he had to pay 6,500 rupees. Calculate the interest he has paid for a year. Okay. Then yeah, 2 years willing given on the total amount. Total means loan plus interest. Within 2 years, if he's settling, the loan plus interest is 5,000. But if he's settling in 5 years, the loan plus interest is 6,500. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි from 2 years to 5 years, right? So 2 years ඉඳන් now he has taken 5 years, right? කොච්චර වැඩි වෙලාද total amount එක? If it was paid in 2 years, he only had to pay 5,000. But now he's paying in 5 years, he has to pay 6,500. So what is the extra that he's paying, Lamai? What is the extra that he's paying?
1,500.
Sorry?
1,500.
1,500. So what is this extra? වැඩි වෙලා තියෙන loan amount එකද interest එකද? What do you think? So here 1,500 has increased. What is this increase? Has the loan amount increased or has the interest increased? Yes, because of course loan එකක් ගත්තාම the loan amount doesn't change, no? So the loan amount doesn't change, only the interest changes. So from 2 years to 5 years, 1,500 has increased, and that increase is only the interest because the loan amount does not change. So from 2 years to 5 years, how many years have increased? 2 years, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3 extra years, right? So that means interest for 3 years is 1,500 rupees. Because that is the extra that he's paying. That extra is the interest. So from 2 years to 5 years, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 extra years. For that, he's paying 1,500 rupees. If the interest for 3 years is 1,500 rupees, what is the interest for 1 year? 1,500 you have to divide by 3. 3 years is 1,500. That means for 1 year means that would be 500 rupees. Calculate the interest he has paid for a year, that is 500 rupees. So there we have done Roman number 1. Is that clear? Can you please give me a thumbs up? Okay. Then we have to find what was the amount he borrowed. ඒ කියන්නේ loan amount එක තමයි දැන් අපි හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. Right? Okay. So now if the interest for 1 year is 500 rupees, right? So Roman number 2. Now total amount he is paying in 2 years. What is the total amount that he has to pay if he's settling in 2 years? 2 years will he settle karna, total amount he has to pay is 5,000 rupees. Right? This is when he's settling in 2 years. What is the interest for 2 years? Interest for 2 years would be, now we know the interest for 1 year. Interest for 1 year is for only 500, right? Then interest for 2 years would be 500 multiplied by 2. That would be 1,000. So if this is the interest for 2 years, if 1,000 is the interest for 2 years, total amount he's paying is 5,000. The rest of it must be the loan amount. So loan amount means total amount subtracted, no, yeah, interest. So total amount he's paying is 5,000. The interest for 2 years is 1,000. 5,000 minus 1,000 is 4,000. So this is the loan amount or the amount that he has borrowed. Is that clear? Others? Okay. Roman number 3. What was the annual simple interest rate that was charged? So remember interest will the apicua. Interest can always loan amount multiplied by interest rate. Do you remember this? That we talked about this? Do you all remember that? Oh, what is this? Okay. Okay. Now look at this one. Here they are asking us the interest rate. So interest rate එක තමයි දන්නේ නැත්තේ. Do we know the interest for a year? Annual simple interest rate එක නේ. So do we know the interest for a year?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
How much?
500.
Yes. Interest for a year, we already found in Roman number 1, that is 500. Correct. I will not put units here, but in the final answer, I will put the unit. Now, what is the loan amount? We already found it here also, Roman number 2, right? That's 4,000. Interest rate, we don't know. So, interest rate always comes as some percentage. So, let's take it as X. So, X percent would be X over 100. Okay. Now, we have to do the simplification. 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel. So 500, here 40x. That means x would be 500 divided by 40. Again, 0, 0 cancel. X would be 50 divided by 4. So 225. That would be 25 divided by 2 would be 12.5. If x is 12.5, that means interest rate is 12.5%. Percent mark එක අනිවාර්යෙන් දාලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මෙතන දැම්මත් කමක් නැහැ. Or if you want, you can put it there. Or final answer එක you have to put it. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Again, 1 minute for recorrections. Make it fast. All right. Okay, then let's move on to the 17th question. Okay. If a person took a loan of rupees P, now they have not given real values. Instead, they have only given letters. Right? Okay. So, loan is rupees P, P rupees, right? For a period of T years at an annual simple interest rate of R. Write down an expression for the interest he has to pay for a month. Okay, let's see. We know already interest කියලා කියන්නේ you take the loan amount and you multiply by the interest rate. Okay. Now here loan is rupees p rupees, right? So okay, loan එකට මම දානවා p කියලා. Okay. මම එක ගන්නම්. I will change this interest for a year කියලා. Interest for 1 year, let's say. So interest for 1 year is loan amount multiplied by interest rate. Interest rate they have given just as R, right? So that means interest rate is R. Okay. This is interest for a year. Is that clear to you, Lamai? So first Roman number, write down an expression for the interest he has to pay for a month. If this is the interest he has to pay for a year, what is the interest he has to pay for a month? That means TR, you have to divide by 12. Because the interest for a year, you have to... Sorry, Shweta? Okay. Sorry. Okay. So interest for a month is interest for a year, you divide by 12. Then you get the monthly interest. Right? Okay. Is that clear to all of you, Lamai? Okay. Roman number 2. One second. Write down an expression. Sorry. Write down an expression for the total interest I that he has to pay for a period of T years. Now, Lamai, we have to find the interest for a period of T years. Okay, I think that's not that difficult. Okay, so interest for T years means now we know the interest for 1 year. Interest for 1 year is PR, right? So PR, we have to multiply by T. T is the number of years. So එක year interest එක ඔයා number of years වලින් multiply කරන්න ඕනේ. So the number of years is T. They are saying write down an expression for the total interest I. So for the total interest, they are asking us to use the letter I. So then total interest I equals interest for a year multiplied by the number of years. This is what you should get. Is this clear to you, Lamai? Okay. Then Roman number 3. Calculate I using the expression in 2 above when P is 4,000, R is 8%, and T is 5. So then we values to substitute කරන්න ඕනේ. Now our formula is, this is the formula that we came up with. I equals P R T. So now P value they have given as 4,000, R is 8%, T is 5. P is 4,000. PRT over 100. You're getting PRT over 100 because for the interest rate, you took it as R%, right? R over 100. Is that why? Okay, so interest rate, you don't really have to take it as some like R over 100 because they have said interest rate is R. So, එහෙම ඒගොල්ලන් R% වගේ දුන්නා නම් we could have taken it as R over 100. but they are just saying it's R, only R. Then we can, we don't usually put 100 or we don't put a percent there. If it was a percent, they could have given R percent, right? That's why, because later for R, they are giving it as 8%. Later only they are giving the percentage. Initially, you just have to use the letter. Okay, you don't get the right answer. So R is 8%. Okay, so that is 8 over 100 and T is 5. So 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 2, 10. Method 0, 0, 0. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So 4 times 4 is 16. 2 zeros. So interest is 1,600 rupees. Is this clear, Lamai? Okay. Again, I'll set a timer for 1 minute for any recorrections. Then let's move on to the next homework. Okay, so if you have bigger corrections, you can refer to the whiteboard note. Okay, so that's it for percentages. We'll move on to the next homework. Exercise 15.1 Q and R, right? So, exercise 15.1. Q and R. So today we have to finish quadratic equations, right? Okay. Q. Now, what is the question here? Solve the following equation. So we have to solve these equations. Now, may I solve Kali? We can see on the left-hand side, we have two fractions. We have to simplify the fractions, right? What do we do whenever we have two fractions? Now here it's addition, no? How do we do it? We have to get the common denominator. So common denominator means here there is x plus 1, here there is 3. So the common denominator would be 3x plus 1. Now here x plus 1 is there. So x plus 1 is there, but 3 is not there. So I'm going to multiply this by 3. So I have to do the same to the numerator. If you take this fraction in the denominator, 3 is there, but x plus 1 is not there. So here I have to multiply the denominator by x plus 1. And I will multiply the numerator also by x plus 1. Then we have here 3 times 2x is 6x. 6x plus here 2 multiplied by x plus 1. On the right hand side, we just have 2, right? We just have 2, yes. Okay. Now we'll simplify this further. Here 3x plus 1. Here 6x. Within brackets, so 2 times x is 2x. Plus times plus is plus. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus times plus is plus. Equals 2. Same common denominator 3x plus 1. In the numerator, we have 6x plus 2x. 6x plus 2x is 8x. 8x plus 2 equals 2. Then what I do is, this whole thing I'm going to move to the other side, to the right side. Here it's divided. When I move it to the other side, it becomes multiplication. So that would be here 8x plus 2. Here it would be 2 multiplied by 3x plus 1. So 8x plus 2 equals 2 times 3 is 6x plus 1. Then අපි දෙකම simplify කරගෙන යමු, right? So 8x plus 2 here 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 1 is 6. Now what I do is I need x to be at one side. Now I need to find the value of x. So 8x is here. This 6x I'm going to move it to the other side. May 6x ma may පැත්තට ගේනවා. Now here this is plus now. මෙතන plus නේ. When I bring it to other side, it becomes minus. Then may side එකේ plus 6 is remaining. Then what I do is this 2, I bring it to the other side. Here this 2 is plus. When I bring it to other side, it becomes minus. So what do we have? 8x minus 6x is 2x. 6 minus 2 is 4. Divide both sides by 2. We get x equals 4 divided by 2 is 2. Did y'all get this value? Did y'all get this, Tamai? Others? Okay. I hope it's clear to everybody. I'll give you a 1-minute timer to do any recorrections. Make it fast. Okay, Lamai. So that's Q. Now let's move on to R. Okay. So I separated with a line so that on this side we'll discuss R. We have x plus 1 over x plus 3 equals 4 over 5. Okay. Then straight away, this is what we do. Because there is only one fraction on the right side, and there's only one fraction on the left side. But in this case, there were two fractions, that's why we simplified the fraction. But here, there's only one fraction on the left side, one fraction on the right side. Then we can do cross multiplication. What is cross multiplication? May then now multiply and these two we multiply. So 5 multiplied by x plus 1 and 4 multiplied by x plus 3. Okay, so 5 times x is 5x, plus times plus is plus. 5 times 1 is 5, plus times plus is plus. 4 times x is 4x, plus times plus is plus. 4 times 3 is 12, plus times plus is plus. Okay. Then what I do is 5x I keep here. This 4x I'm bringing to the other side. Here it's plus now. When I bring it to the other side, it becomes minus 4x. Then here there is plus 12. This plus 5, I'm bringing it to this side, then it becomes minus 5. Then 5x minus 4x is 1x and 12 minus 5 is 7. That's it. That's it for that question. Is that clear, Lamai? Okay. 1 minute for recorrections. And let's move on to 15.2. Make it fast. Okay, Lamai. Then let's move on to 15.2. First, okay, we have I and J, right? Okay, I and J. Okay. Up to this point, do you all have any questions or is everything clear? I hope I'm not going too fast. Is everything clear, Lamai? If you all have any question, please do let me know. I'm just doing a little bit faster because this is discussing homework. But of course, if there's anything that's not clear, you can stop me there and you can ask, right? Okay. Okay. Now this is simultaneous equation, so we have to solve this. Okay. Now, Meanan 3x plus 4y equals 9. That looks like the format of the simultaneous equation, so no problem. But our problem is this one. This doesn't look like the normal typical format of the simultaneous equation, right? Here 2x is there, that is no problem. 5y is there, that is also no problem. Usually ek side ek x and y in. But this plus 17 is out of place. So this plus 17, I'm going to move to the other side. When I move that to other side, it becomes minus 17. Now look at these two. These two look like a proper pair of simultaneous equations, right? Now I shall label this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. Okay? Okay. Up to that point, is it clear? Okay. All right. Now First thing that we look, first of all, we have to prepare our simultaneous equations according to the right format. Now that we did. The next thing is we have to check if there are any similar or common elements. Are there any similar elements here? Here 3x, here 2x, not similar. Here 4y, here 5y, again not similar. Yes. So what we can do is either may then up to 6x කරන්න පුළුවන්. If you want to make these two 6x, first equation I will have to multiply by 2. Then only 2 times 3, 6x. And the second equation I will multiply by 3. Then 3 times 2x is 6x. That is if I want to make it 6x. Or another thing that you can do is 4y and 5y, you can make it 20y. How do you make it 20y? First equation you multiply by 5, then 5 times 4y is 20y. Second equation you multiply by 4, so 4 times 5y is 20y. I'm going to do that this time. So, the final answer will anyways be the same answer, whatever method you choose. Okay. So, first equation I will multiply by 4. Sorry, 5. Five times 3x is 15x. Plus 5 times 4y is 20y. 5 times 9 is 45. This I shall label as my equation number 3. Then equation number 2, I'm going to multiply by 4. So 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times minus 5y is minus 20y. 4 times 17, 4 times 7 is 28. 2 remaining, 4 times 1 is 4, 5, 6. That is 68 minus. So I have to consider my equation number 3 and equation number 4. Now, are there any common elements? Yes. We have 20 plus 20y and we have minus 20y. So we have the common element, that is done. Next thing, we check the signs of the common element. Here we have plus, here we have minus. So that means there are different signs. Different signs now do we add or subtract?
Add.
Correct, we add. If there are different signs, we add the two equations. So I'm going to add the equation number 3 and equation number 4. Equation number 3, we have 15x plus 20y. Add කරද්දී brackets දාන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Only subtraction we put brackets in the second set. So here we don't have to put brackets. We can just write this part, 8x minus 20y. Here we have 45 plus, then minus 68, I will just put a bracket so that it won't be confusing. One second. Okay, so we can see here plus 25 plus 20 minus 20y gets cancelled off. So we have 23x equals, on this side we have 45 plus times minus is minus 68. So 23x equals, here 8 minus 5 is 3, 6 minus 4 is 2. Look, we can assign a minus, so we have minus it. Then we divide both sides by 23. So 23, 23 cancel. X equals 23 divided by 23 is 1. No? So that would be minus 1. Did you all get this answer for X? Okay, is this clear to all of you, Lamai, first of all? So you may or may not have gotten the answer, but is it clear? Others? All right. Now, just finding x is not enough. We also have to find y, right? So you can pick one of our previous equations and you can substitute the value of x to find y. Mama use karna ape minne mein aava. I will use this one. 3x plus 4y equals 9. 3x plus 4y equals 9. So I will write substituting in 1. So first equation we have 3x plus 4y equals 9. So value of x is minus 1 plus 4y equals 9. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3 plus 4y equals 9. 4y equals 9. This minus 3, when I bring it to other side, it becomes plus 3. So 4y equals 9 plus 3, which is 12. Divide both sides by 4. You will get y equals 12 divided by 4, which is 3. Is this clear, Lamai? Okay. So that's the end of this question. I will give you 1 minute for recorrections and then let's move on to the next one. Okay. Now this is I and then let's move on to J. J is the other one, right? Okay, okay. Now J looks a little complicated, but we'll see. Did you all get an answer for J, Lamai? I'm interested to hear your answers. Monadav X and Y world. J. What did you all get for X and Y? In J. Okay. And for Y? Okay. Others? Others, please. What did you all get for X and Y? Quickly tell. Tarak meko bola. Okay, we'll see. Now these equations look a little weird, so I will first prepare the equations nicely, right? So if you look at the first equation, that is 3x minus 4y equals 8, 2 minus y plus 1. Okay, that looks like a mess. So we'll first nicely arrange the equations. Okay. So here we have 3x minus 4y equals 8 times 2 is 16 minus 8 times y is 8y plus 1. Okay. Now x and y we have to bring to the right side, sorry, left side. So here 3x is there, minus 4y. This minus 8y, I'm going to bring it to this side. Then it becomes plus 8y. Then what do we have on this side? 16 plus 1, that is 17. Then 3x, here minus 4y plus 8y means plus 4y. Yes, equals 17. This is my equation number 1. See, it looks very nice. Is that clear to all of you, Lamai? Okay. Then let's look at the second equation and let's first organize this nicely also. 2 multiplied by 2x plus 3y equals 26 minus y. Okay. So, 2 times 2x is 4x plus 2 times 3y is 6y equals 26 minus y. So 4x plus 6y, this minus y I bring to this side, then it becomes plus y. 2 times 3, 6, plus y. Plus y, then that is 26. So 4x, 6x plus y means 7y. Sorry, 6y plus y means 7y equals 26. Yes. So that is equation number 2. Up to this point, is it clear, Lamai? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Now we don't have any similar elements, so api similar karaganna ඕනේ. One way of doing is here 3x, here 4x, we can make it 12x. Or here we have 4y, here 7y, we can make it 28y. So I think I will make the first one 3x and 4x, I'll make it 12x. I think that's easier. So first equation, I will multiply by 4. So 4 times 3x is 12x. 4 times 4y is 16y. 4 times 17 is 4 times 7, 28. 2 remaining, 4 times 1, 4, 5, 6. That is 68. This is my equation number 3. Then here, equation number 2, equation number 2, I will multiply by 3. So 3 times 4x is 12x. 3 times 7y is 21y. Equals here 26. So 3 times 26, 3 times 6 is 18, 1 remaining. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, 7. That is my equation number 4. Okay. Now we have similar elements. We have 12x here, we have 12x here. Let's look at the sign. Here there is plus, here also there is plus, so similar signs. Similar sign, we have to subtract, right? So how do we subtract? Look, so equation number 4 minus equation number 3. So let's first look at the left-hand side. In the left side, we have 12x plus 21y. Now subtract, no? Minus open brackets, third equation, okay, 12x plus 16y equals on the right side 78 minus 68. Let me give you a second. All right, Lama. So then 12x plus 21y minus times plus c is minus 12x minus times plus c is minus 16y equals 78 minus 68, that is 10. So plus 12x minus 12x cancel, Bella. We have 21y minus 16y, and that is 5y equals 10, which means y equals 2. Up to that point, is it clear, Lamai? Okay. Then we'll pick one of the two equations. I'll get equation number 1, right? So substituting in equation number 1. So what is equation number 1? 3x plus 4y equals 17. 3x plus 4y equals 17. 3x plus 4 times y. Now y is 2 equals 17. So 3x plus 4 times 2 is 8 equals 17. 3x equals 17. This 8 I bring to other side, it becomes minus 8. So 3x equals 17 minus 8 is 9. Divide both sides by 3. We get x equals 3. Is this clear to all of you, Lama? Give me a thumbs up, please. Okay. 1 minute for recorrections. Make it fast. And we only have one more question from homework to discuss, which is the third question. Okay, make it fast. Okay, Lama. So, then let's move on to the last question, which is the third one. ඊළඟට අපිට quadratic ඉවර කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. Today we also have to finish the parallelograms one lesson. That is mainly why I asked y'all to ask Miss Divya to let you know that we will be extending the class today a little until 10. Yeah, we are planning to do a lot today. Okay. Other way for the LMS situation, though it took some time, which I'm not very happy about, but can't be helped. I have already given instructions to fix the problem. So let's see what has happened. Okay. Also, so while we're on this, while we're talking about this, you know that we are on a bit of a time crunch because of usually in other batches, we go very fast. We do the syllabus quite fast. And usually now, y'all are still in grade 10, right? So in grade 11, by like July, we are done with the entire syllabus. So that means for you, next year, July, we'll be done with the entire syllabus, and the rest of the time we will be spending doing past paper questions. And that is very important because in yesterday's science class also, I've been telling you that this batch, the results are quite good there. I'm very happy about their results. And most of them, when they're like, when they're talking to me and telling me their results and, thanking and all that, they always, one thing that they always emphasize a lot, even parents, when they call, the one thing that they emphasize a lot is the past paper revision. And past paper revision is one of our strong areas where we are going to spend about 5 or 6 months doing past papers. So, ඒකට මම ඊයේත් ක්ලාස් එකෙත් මේක කිව්වා. ඒකට අපිට ඕකේ හෙට පාස් පේපර් රිවිෂන් කරමු කියලා අද අපිට මේ plan කරන්න බෑ. Right? We need to have a long-term plan for the past paper revision. So usually in our classes, we do the syllabus quite fast. And, we finish grade 10 fast, and in the same way, we start grade 11. Because the end goal is O-levels. So we are doing everything fast and efficiently so that you understand everything well. නිකම් බොරුවට fast ගිහලා වැඩක් නැහැ. In a way that you all understand, so that we could spend more time to do past paper revision, and we can definitely land, or we can definitely get an A for O-levels, right? But in this year only, there were some unavoidable circumstances. So the classes, we have some lessons left to cover, right? So I have, yesterday's class also, I made some recommendations, or what do you call it, like suggestions, which the students agreed. And I have some suggestions for you all as well. There are a few lessons that are very important that we have to do during the class. For an example, now equations we have to do during the class. Parallelograms 1 and 2 we have to do during the class. There's logarithms we must do during the class, because those things can be a little complicated. But there are some simpler lessons. For an example, there's a lesson called formula, right? Formulae. So formulae in a lesson, it's very, very simple, right? Then there's another lesson called rates. That's also very simple. And even there's another lesson called sets. Sets also, එක දැක්කහම අමාරු කියලා හිතනවා. ඒක ඇත්තටම හරිම simple lesson එකක්. So these lessons, I have a suggestion. What do you think? So you tell me, would you be okay with covering these lessons through recordings, and only the homework we'll discuss during the class? What do you think about that? Sets, rates, and formulae. I will send you all recordings, and you watch the recording, and you cover the lesson through the recording, and you do the homework, because recording ke homework මොනවාද කියලා කියනවා. And discussion of the homework we can do during the class. What do you think about that? Give me a thumbs up if you're okay, and if you're not, let me know that as well. Others? Basma, Ismail, Shanaz, Shweta, what do you all think? So even while you're watching the recording, if you get any question, you can ask, and then whatever parts you don't understand, we can discuss during the class, of course. So is that okay with all of you? Again, මට එක thumbs up එකක් දෙන්න හැමෝම මන්නේ හරියට ආවේ නැහැ response එක. If that is okay, give me a thumbs up. Maria, Shanaz, Alia, is that okay with you all? Shanaz? Okay. So then I think that's it. ඔක්කොම එක සතියේ වන්න නෑ ළමයා. All the recordings won't be sent during 1 week, because that's yes, I heard. So that's not very practical. So what I will do is rates and formula I will send in 1 week, because those are all small lessons, and the sets I will send in the following week. So during this week, I will send you 1 or 2 recordings, and you have to do those homework and come to. So එකට ඔයගලන්ගේ schedule එකේ time එක allocate කරගන්න and watch those. All the recordings will be uploaded to the LMS, right? So I know there are a few problems with LMS currently, because yesterday actually there was a little breakdown. ඒකයි තාම එක හරියට recover වෙලා නැහැ, but that will be all fixed, and all of you already have the login details. So you can log to the LMS and watch those recordings, and please make sure that you watch those and come. ඒතර homework ටික අපි class එකේ discuss කරමු. Okay? එතකොට අපිට ගොඩක් time save වෙනවා. අපිට ඉක්මනටම by July 3rd week we can finish the second term lessons and we can move on to the third term lessons. Right? Okay, so thank you for your support in coordinating those lessons. And back to this. This is the last question. Homework. Okay. Diniti's father tells Diniti, my age is now 4 times your age. 8 years earlier, I was 12 times older than you. Find the present ages of the father and Diniti separately. දැන් ඔක්කොටම කලින් අපි simultaneous equations එකක් හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. Right? We have to make 2 simultaneous equations. Okay. So this is what I will do. දැන් අපි simple විදිහට මේක solve කරමු. Now there are 2 time periods, right? There's the present and there is 8 years earlier, right? So let's first look at present. Present කියන්නේ දැන්. Present. Diniti's age මම ගන්නවා x කියලා. Father's age මම ගන්නවා y කියලා. Okay. So according to this, my age කියන්නේ දිනිතිගේ father නේ දැන් කියන්නේ. Diniti's father tells Diniti, my age. That means father's age is 4 times your age. That means 4 times Diniti's age. That means 4 multiplied by Diniti's age. මේක තමයි father කියන්නේ නේ present. Present then. My age, father's age is 4 times your age. That means Diniti's age. That means y equals 4x. මම simultaneous equations format එකට මෙයාව දැම්මොත් I will move this y to the other side. That would be 4x. This y, when I bring it to other side, it becomes minus y. And here there's nothing, that will be 0. So that would be 4x minus y equals 0. This will be one of my equations. Was that clear to you, Lama? Thumbs up, please. Okay. Then anit time period which is 8 years earlier. Now Dinti's age now is x. What would be her age 8 years earlier? What would Diniti's age be 8 years earlier? No. Now x නම් දැන් හිතන්න මගේ age එක දැන් 26 නම් 8 years earlier මගේ age එක කොහොමද බලන්නේ 26 minus 8. That would be 18. Correct. Others, what do y'all think? What is Diniti's age 8 years earlier?
X minus 18.
X minus 8, no? 8 years.
It's 8.
X minus 8, yes. So others also, I hope it's clear. I got some answers in the chat box also. Very good. That would be x minus 8. Then what would be the father's age 8 years earlier? Now father's age is y. So 8 years earlier would be y minus 8. Now let's look at what they're saying. 8 years earlier, I was 12 times older than you. 8 years earlier, I. That means father. Father's age 12 times older than you. And Diniti's age 12 times. 12 multiplied by Diniti's age. 8 years earlier, father's age is 12 times Diniti's age. To make up without a simplify, y minus 8 equals 12 times x is 12x. 12 times 8 is 96. Then what I will do is 12x, I'll keep it here. This y, I'll bring it to this side, then it becomes minus y. This minus 96, I will bring it to this side, then it becomes plus 96. And minus 80 is here. So 12x minus y, 96 minus 8 would be 88. So, මම දෙනගේ පැත්ත මාරු කරනවා. So that would be 12x minus y equals 88. The 12 times 8, 96. Yeah. Up to that point, do you all have any questions? Or is everything clear? Others? Okay. Now we have to simplify these two simultaneous equations, right? Okay. So now I will label this as my equation number 2. Okay. Now let's simplify. If you take equation number 1 and equation number 2, are there any common elements? If you take equation number 1 and 2, are there any common elements?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it?
Minus y.
Others, what do you all think? It's y. Minus y is common. So, since minus y is common, we don't really have to change anything to the equations. Now we look at the sign. Here minus y, that means they both have the same sign. Common element same sign, that means we have to subtract. So equation number 2 minus equation number 1. On the left side, equation number 2, okay, we have 12x minus y. Then subtract equation number 1, okay, we have 4x minus y. Equals here 88 minus here 0. So 12x minus y minus 4x plus y equals 88 minus 0 is 88. So minus y plus y cancel. Now we have 12x minus 4x, that is 8x equals 88. Divide both sides by 8, we get x equals 11. So we got x, right? Now in order to find y, we have to substitute. No, I will substitute in equation 1 because it's very simple. So substituting in equation number 1. Equation number 1 is 4x minus y equals 0. So 4x minus y equals 0. 4x is 11 minus y equals 0. 4 times 11 is 44. This minus y, when I bring it to other side, it becomes plus y. So y equals 44. X equals 11 and y equals 44. Is that clear, Lavai? Okay. What are they asking? Find the percentages of the father and Diniti. So Diniti's percentage is X, father's is Y. Then you don't stop here. This is a statement question, real life scenario. So dekang XY hola in the bay, you have to write at the end. 2 statements you have to write like this. Diniti's age we took as X and X we found as 11. So it's 11 years. You have to put the proper unit and write at the end. Can others hear me, Lami? Maria, can you hear me now? Let me know. So in a question like this, at the end, you have to write these two statements saying what is x, what is y, and what is the real value with the units. Is this clear to all of you? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right, Lamai, I'll give you, make it around 2 minutes then now for recorrections, and let's move on to quadratic equations. Make it fast. Okay, Lamai. With that, we finished simultaneous equations. So let's quickly put the topic quadratic equations. I told you in this lesson, we are covering simple equations, simultaneous equations, and quadratic equations, right? So put the topic quadratic equations. Okay, so quadratic equations means basically we are going to be talking about, remember, do you all remember quadratic expressions now? Can you give me an example of a quadratic expression? මතකද අපි මෙහෙම එකක් ඉගෙන ගත්තා, right? Like x squared minus 4x plus 5. Remember these kind of examples? Minus 7x plus 12. Do you all remember learning these kind of examples, Lamai? මේ මතකයිද? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, these are what we call. What about others? Are you all listening? These are what we call quadratic expressions, right? Now, ekama, here we are going to talk as quadratic equations. So before I talk about complex quadratic equations, I'm going to start with something simple. Don't worry, all of this will make sense. First, listen. Example 1. X squared. All of these examples are from the textbook, but we'll discuss it together. 2x equals 0. Now, a rule in quadratic equations, Lamai, always on one side there has to be 0. 0 නැත්නම් we have to prepare it so that there will be 0. හැමවෙලේම එක side එක 0 තියෙන්න ඕනේ. 0 නැත්නම් 0 එන විදිහට අපි හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. Now, thankfully, here there is 0, right? So then what I do is I factorize. Now, you already know how to factorize. If you look at these two, you can see x is common. So I take x out. From x squared, when I take x out, I have 1x remaining. From 2x, when I take x out, I have 2 remaining. Equals 0. So this is called factorizing, right? Then what I do is, then lamai, then here there is a multiplication, right? There is nothing means there is a multiplication here, no? X multiplied by x plus 2. So when two things are getting multiplied, if the answer is 0, do you understand? Mea 0 vendone, mea 0 vendone neda. So just imagine 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Minus 1 multiplied by 7 would be minus 7. Only numbers dekak, any two numbers when they are being multiplied, if they have a value, the final answer will always get a value. But let's say 2 multiplied by 0. Now the answer will be 0. Or let's say 0 multiplied by 7. That will also be 0. So that means when any two numbers with a value are being multiplied, the answer will also have a value. But for us to get an answer with 0, that means multiply when again it can carry 0 when known. Now, let's say two numbers are being multiplied. Answer ka 0 can make then again it can carry 0 when known. Did you all understand that? Here, when x and x plus 2 are being multiplied and the answer is 0, that means either x is 0 or x plus 2 is 0. Okay. So, how do I write this? Is our next question. Mama done 0 killer. So I know definitely one of these two is 0, but I don't know what. So I will write x is 0 or yeah 0 and not 0 and not. Sorry. X plus 2 equals 0. Either x is 0 or x plus 2 is 0. X is 0 na yahan 0 ma thamai. Or x plus 2 0 means I will treat this as a mini equation. So here x is like this. This plus 2 when I take it to other side it will become minus 2. And this is my answer. Now there are two options for x. Okay. Is this clear, Lamai? Okay, can you all copy this down fast? Copy this down fast. Okay. So, Anita, done? Or did I not give you enough time? Oops, others also done. Now, example 2. Then, now we're doing more complicated ones. Huh? X squared minus 3x plus 2. X squared minus 3x plus 2. I told you always in a quadratic equation, one side has to be 0. So here it's already 0, no problem. Then, we have to factorize it. We have already learned how to factorize quadratic equations. Sorry, quadratic expressions. We have factorize karna hai, we have to put this into two brackets. Can you all do this and tell me? X squared minus 3x plus 2 factorize and tell me what you get. All right. I got so many answers in the chat box. I hope others also got. Mummy ka I might teach karan hai because this is something that we have already done, right? Make with my chutta kiya dena just to refresh our memory. X squared minus 3x plus 2. X squared minus 3x plus 2. So 2 multiplied by x squared, we have plus 2x squared. So we have to find different ways how plus 2x squared can be formed. It could be plus 2x multiplied by plus 1x. Minus 2x multiplied by minus 1x. Then we have to add and see. Plus 2x plus 1x would be plus 3x. Minus 2x minus 1x would be minus 3x. Then this is the right one because appe mithna thene minus 3x. So x squared minus 3x means minus 2x minus 1x. Minus 1x minus 2x. Here plus 2. Then here x is common, I take x out and I have 1x remaining minus 1. Here minus 2 out, x minus 1. That would be x minus 1, x minus 2. Did you all understand how this factorization happened? Okay. X minus 1, x minus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus 2. 2 multiplied by x squared, 2x squared plus On the right side, there is 0. So here, these two brackets, here there's a multiplication. Now, two things are being multiplied and the answer is 0. That means either this is 0 or this is 0. One of these two has to be 0 for the final answer to be 0, just like previously. We don't know which one is 0. So, we say, ekko mea 0 wenna puluwan. X minus 1 can be 0 or mea 0 wenna puluwan. And x minus 2 can be 0. Now we have two mini equations here. We have one mini equation here, another mini equation here. So, we simplify. X, this minus 1, yes, Maria, correct. This minus 1, when I bring it to other side, it becomes plus 1. Or x, this minus 2, when I bring it to other side, it becomes plus 2. This is the answer. Is this clear to you, Lamai? Okay, write this example as well. I'll give you 1 minute, 2 minutes, make it fast. Okay. Now, I think we can straight away jump to a question. Can you all try? Uh, in exercise 15.3, can you try J? Have an example which I will teach you in a bit, but can you please try J? This is exercise 15.3. Quickly try, yeah? Make it fast. Done, Lamai? Okay. All right. So shall we discuss this? Okay, great. So here we have to factorize, right? So when you factorize, what you will get is I will straight away put the answer. 12x plus 3x plus 36 equals 0. That means now if you take these two, the first two x is common, so I take x out. That would be x plus 12. In these two, 3 is common. So when I take 3 out, I have x plus 12 equals 0. So then I have x plus 12, x plus 3 equals 0. So final answer 0 means one of these two is 0. So x plus 12 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So plus 12, when you bring it to other side, it's minus 12, or plus 3, when it's brought to the other side, it's minus 3. So this is your answer. So I have gotten plenty of answers in the chat box. Very good, Lamaya. Very good. Now I want you to try one more before we move on to the next one. Let's look at K. Can you all try K, please? K Vitarak try karan. Make it fast. Did you all understand J, Lamai? First of all, Eka kya man? Not very responsive. Okay. Okay, now try K. Once we're done with this, let's move on to parallelograms. All good, Lamai? Done or still doing? Give me a thumbs up if you have finished. Okay, some of you have done. Others, do you all need more time? Okay. Okay. So make a factorized කරාම මෙහෙම තමයි එන්න ඕනේ, right? 2x squared minus 4x minus x plus 2. Yeah. So then if you take the first two, 2 is common, x is common, so I take them out. So 2 and x ගත්තම 1x is remaining. Here 2 and x ගත්තම 2 is remaining. Here common thing is 1, so I'll take 1 out and I have x minus 2. 0 equals 0. That means x minus 2, 2x minus 1 equals 0. That means x minus 2 equals 0 or 2x minus 1 equals 0. Here minus 2, when I bring it to other side, it becomes plus 2. You can just put 2. Or the main equation එක බලන්න. 2x minus 1, when I bring it to other side, it becomes 1. Then මෙතන still x equals 2. Here this 2, when I bring it to other, so x equals 2, x equals half. I hope that's clear to all of you. So if you take a question like this, we will not be doing this during the class, but just to explain, this is not a quadratic equation. Why is this not a quadratic equation? I told you always in a quadratic equation, එක පැත්තක right side එකේ 0 තියෙන්නම ඕනේ. Here now what you have to do is you have to arrange this in such a way. Now here there is x squared. No? This 9x, when I have to bring it to the other side, then it becomes minus 9x. Plus 36, I bring it to other side, it becomes minus 36. Now there is nothing on the right side. Now it's 0. මුලින්ම මේ විදිහට arrange කළා තමයි you do the rest of the simplification. Then if I take another example like this. This is question S. This is also a little confusing. මේ වගේ එකක ඔයා කරන්න ඕනේ මුලින්ම මේ දෙපැත්තේ තියෙන ටික simplify කරන්න. You simplify this, you simplify this, and then move everything to one side so that the other side will be 0. So I will let you try these alone and we'll see how you do, and then we can always discuss the homework next week. So please mark the homework. Exercise 15.3. Pikaramu. We did J, no? And we did K also. QST. QST. These are your homework. Exercise 15.3 QST. Okay. Okay, Lamai. That's about it. We'll move on to the next lesson. Put the topic parallelograms 1. Parallelograms 1. Parallelograms 1 is actually not that difficult. Parallelograms 2 could be the confusing part, but we'll discuss both. Okay, Lamai. What is exactly a parallelogram? What is a parallelogram? What is a parallelogram? What do you think? Alamai, what do you know as a parallelogram?
When the opposite diagonals are parallel
When the
to each
opposite sides
other.
are parallel. Yes. So simply a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with four sides where the opposite sides are parallel, right? That would be something like this. This needs to have four sides. Like this. And the opposite sides are parallel. That means, now if I label this as A, B, C, D, the side AB is parallel to the side CD and the side AD is parallel to the side BC. Yes, Ismail.
Miss, so now if we say like this, why can't we say a square is a parallelogram?
A square is a parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. Rectangle is a parallelogram. Square is a parallelogram. Rhombus is a parallelogram. These things we have to discuss this in parallelograms too. But square, yes, it's a parallelogram. So rectangle is also parallelogram. Parallelogram make it special shape पे काके है. So any quadrilateral where the opposite sides are parallel, we call it a parallelogram. So certain category of parallelograms, we call them squares. Another category of parallelograms, we call them rectangle. Another category of parallelograms, we call them rhombus. And there are other parallelograms, they are just parallelograms without being squares, rectangles, or rhombuses. Okay, Smile?
Okay, Miss, thank you.
Yes, that's a very good question. Nah? That's a very good question. So parallelograms may have different features. Opposite sides equal, opposite angles equal, diagonals bisect, blah, blah, blah. There could be different features. However, what is a parallelogram? It is a quadrilateral with four sides where opposite sides are parallel to each other. That is the definition of a parallelogram, right? So, you can write with me, what is a parallelogram? Parallelogram is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral කියන්නේ any shape with four sides නේ. ආයෙතකොට sides four කියලා කියන්න ඕනේ. A quadrilateral where the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Quadrilateral where opposite sides are parallel to each other. Quickly write this. Okay, Ramay. Okay, so now let's talk about properties of parallelograms, right? Then the kata karana features, opposite sides equal maybe, opposite angles equal maybe. So those features now only we are talking about. So let's put a subtop. Can all of you hear me? Okay. Put a subtopic, properties of parallelogram. So the first property is opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So if we take a parallelogram, always opposite sides are equal. That means the side AB is equal to the side CD and the side AD is equal to the side BC. Okay. So that means AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. This is one of the properties, right? Then another property is the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. That means if we take our same parallelogram, this angle, opposite angles, this angle and this angle are equal. So this angle can DAB. Therefore, DAB angle is equal to BCD angle. And this angle is equal to this angle. This is equal to this. ABC angle equals to ADC angle. Because opposite angles of a parallelogram are also equal. In addition to that, we say the area of a parallelogram is bisected by each diagonal. What does that mean? The area of a parallelogram is bisected by each diagonal. Okay, let's see what this means. Always, Lama, in a parallelogram, a diagonal means a line we draw joining opposite vertices or opposite points. For an example, if I draw a line joining A and A to opposite in it, C, A and C join kala mame line ekak draw kara. This is a diagonal, right? So this we call it a diagonal. So what this means is area of a parallelogram is bisected by each diagonal. So if you take the total area of the parallelogram, that area is divided into two equal parts because of this diagonal. Okay, that means that my diagonal, so parallelogram will be broken into two parts by the diagonal, right? This is one part and this is another part, right? So those two areas should be equal. So we can write it like this. Area of this part is ADC. It's a triangle, so I will write it as triangle ADC is equal to area of this one. This is also triangle, that's ABC. This is what we mean when we say area of a parallelogram is bisected by each diagonal. Or we could draw another diagonal like this. Look at this one. Diagonal like draw karana. We could join B and D and draw a diagonal like this. Now this parallelogram is divided into two parts. This is one part, this is the other part. So this is also a diagonal. Let me label that. That also divides the parallelogram into two equal parts. That means this part area is equal to this part area. So I can write that area of this part, which is ABD, is equal to this part, which is area of BCD. So this is the third property of parallelograms. Is this clear, Lamai? Okay, can you all quickly copy this down, Lamai? Then let's move on to like proper theorems and questions, but quickly copy this down. Make it really fast, huh? Ma, make it within 5 minutes. Because made a copy can mahaluk vela can make it fast. Lamai, while you do this, give me 1 minute, huh? Etakam make liyan, Okay, Laman. Done writing this part, or do you all need more time? Okay. So, based on that, let's try a question. So this is just basically trying to get an idea only, right? Later only we are learning theorems. So let's straight away jump to a question. Can you all go to exercise 16.1? Let's try the third question together. This is exercise 16.1. We'll try this third question together. Okay. All right. Onna, based on the information in the figure. Okay, we have a figure. You can see there are two parallelograms, right? There is one parallelogram which is ABCD. ABCD is one parallelogram. Then there is ABEF. That is another parallelogram. Right? So we have two parallelograms. Okay. Now we'll see. Find the length DC. DC is here. But can you see here? Now ABEF is a parallelogram. ABEF is a parallelogram. And can you see EF is 5 centimeters? If EF is 5 centimeters, do you understand that AB is also 5 centimeters? Is that clear, Lamai? Okay. Now only AB 5 centimeters. So we can write that. AB. Then make up theorems. You don't have to write the reasons. We'll just write AB equals FE. Therefore, now FE is 5 centimeters. Therefore, AB is also 5 centimeters. Make theorems there. Brackets are the reasons they are known. Now, let's just simply try to get an idea only. Now, you know ABCD is also a parallelogram. Since ABCD is a parallelogram and we know AB is 5 centimeters, then DC will also be 5 centimeters, right? Because opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Then DC is equal to AB. Therefore, if AB is 5 centimeters, DC will also be 5 centimeters. Is that clear to you, Lama? Others? Others, is it clear? Okay. Then Roman number 2. Find the magnitude of ABE. ABE, they want us to find the magnitude of this angle. What is the magnitude of ABE?
45 degrees.
Okay, Basma says 45 degrees. What do others think? Okay. Yes, it is 45 because this is a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram means this angle and this angle are equal. Opposite angles are equal. So if this is 45, this is also 45. Let's write that ABE is equal to AFE. Reasons they are may question okay. In the future, we will write, therefore, ABE is 45 degrees. Then Roman number 3. Find the magnitude of ADC. 45 and 45. Okay, now let's find ADC. ADC is this one. What is the magnitude of this?
120.
Okay, Basma says 120. Others? Yes. Why? Now, this is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Therefore, this angle is equal to this angle. ADC is equal to ABC. So ADC therefore is equal to 75 plus 45. Therefore, that is 120. Okay, is that clear to everybody? Give me a thumbs up, please. Okay. Then fourth one, so 120, I will write as 120. Then the fourth one, find the magnitude of BCD. That means we have to find the magnitude of this. How should we do that?
$120 plus 120 minus 360 divided to
Any other answers? That method is correct, yes. Okay. One way is correct, yes. Yes, Maria, yes. That's the same thing that Basma also said. I think you guys are telling the same thing. Where inside a quadrilateral, we know when you add everything, it's 360. May I x kiya lagato? This will also be x. So 120 plus 120 plus x, you get 360. So I can simplify what x value. Okay, that is one method to do it. So I will write method 1, x plus 120 plus 120 equals 360. So 2x equals 360. This 120 plus 120 is 240. When you take it to the other side, it's minus 240. So 2x equals 120. That means x equals 60. So you can get it like that because you know inside a quadrilateral, when you add everything, it becomes 360. Balamai make AD side and BC side are parallel. Then do you see that this angle and this angle are allied angles? Can you all see that? Remember, when two lines are parallel, we have corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means F shape. We know corresponding angles are equal. Then there are alternate angles. That means when we Z shape. So we know they are also equal. Then we have allied angles. Allied angles means when we C shape. Egolang equal na, but when you add, they become 180 degrees. So you can take allied angles as well here. So method 2 is You can say 120 plus x equals 180. මෙතන දැන් අපි නිකන් ලියමු 80 minus 120. Therefore, x is 60. Is this clear, Lamai? Okay. Can you all quickly copy this down and then I will let you do one question alone. Make it fast. Quickly copy this down. Exercise second normally. You don't have to put the Okay, Lamai. Have you all finished copying this down? Okay. Now, can you mark for homework question number 6 and 7? 16.1, question number 6 and 7. All right, so that is the homework. Now we will learn about the theorems. Okay, so put a subtopic. Can all of you hear me? Okay. I won't keep you for too long. Api make a theorem එක discuss kara and then we'll wrap it up. Right? Okay. So here we are going to be learning two theorems. Then අපි මෙච්චරලා discuss කරපේවම තමයි. So this is from the textbook itself. One theorem is this. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, and the area of the parallelogram is bisected by each diagonal. Now, this theorem we have already discussed. අපි කලින් කතා කරානේ. So, ඒකම තමයි. But theorem 2, we have not discussed it yet. So, let's discuss theorem 2. Theorem 1 එක කවුලක් නැහැ. Theorem 2 තමයි අපි දැන් discuss කරන්නේ. Because theorem 1 we already discussed. Okay. So, theorem 2. A, B, C, and D. And this is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel. In a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. That means now we know in any parallelogram we can draw two diagonals. මොකද එක diagonal එකක් මෙන්න මෙහෙම. Diagonals means opposite vertices join කරලානේ. So this is one diagonal. Then another diagonal we can draw like this. What this theorem says is that the diagonals bisect each other. So diagonals that cross where the two diagonals cross, they divide each other into two equal portions. For an example, now here, this is the place where the two diagonals are crossed. Okay. So mama ලියන්න මෙතන A, C, and B, D are diagonals. Right? And they intersect at O. They intersect at O. Then they bisect each other. No? They bisect each other means, as I said, they are being divided into two equal parts. A part are equal. AO part is equal to OC part, right? AO is equal to OC and අනිත් පැත්තට DO is equal to OB. DO is equal to OB. This is what I mean when I say diagonals bisect each other in a parallelogram. That means ඒගොල්ලන් intersect වෙන තැනින් ඒ දෙනව equally two parts වලට divide වෙනවා. Did you all understand this? Okay. Okay, Lamai. Theorem 1 I will not explain again because we discussed it already. Theorem 2 is what we discussed here. Can you all quickly copy this down? Then we can wrap up. Quickly copy this down. Yes, Maria, you have to write the theorems also. Okay, am I done? Okay, we did until 10, no? I'm pretty sure you guys are sleepy. And also next week, we might do the class till 10. Next week also. So, I'm calling Miss Divya to so that you could prepare, maybe like have dinner in advance, or like maybe prepare, maybe ask your parents or somebody to make you a tea or something so that you could stay awake during the class. So ඒකයි මං කිව්වේ next week එහෙම වැඩිපුර වෙලා කරනවා නම් until 10 I will make sure that you guys are informed about it so that you could prepare beforehand. And also Yes, I will. I will also make sure that no technical issues happen regarding the LMS. එතකොට next week එකට ළමයි the lesson sets කියන lesson එක තමයි video එක upload කරන්නේ. So you have a week to watch it. The video will be uploaded most probably on day after. On Friday, the video will be uploaded, right? So you have time until let's see. I will give you a deadline to watch the recording as well. Okay. So from everything that we did today, do you all have any questions or is everything clear? LMS එකෙන් තමයි බලන්න තියෙන්නේ, but still it redirects you to YouTube. So it's a YouTube video, but it's in the LMS. එකේ අර video player එක මේ YouTube එක. මම හිතන්නේ එකෙන් කෙලින්ම YouTube එකට යන්නත් පුළුවන් click කරලා මම ඒක චුට්ටක් check කරන්නම්, but the video player is YouTube, but it's on the LMS. So ඒක click කරලා YouTube එකට යන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා මම හිතට බලන්නම්, but yeah, you can access using the LMS. Okay, ළමයි, let's wrap up. I hope you have a great week, and we'll be meeting each other on 8th of July. Okay, ළමයි, good night, and see you next week. Good night.
Thank you and good night,
Thank you,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Good night, teacher.